everyone. We're just waiting for IG to cooperate before we start. Great. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to all. This is the conclusion of Radiance Reimagined Week. Thank you all for joining this for this special week. I just want to say hello and thank you for all the new people who specifically signed up to get all these nuggets of information this week. I really hope that you enjoyed it so far. We have coming to you more than what we usually do. We gotten great feedback that this is some things that you needed to hear. So this is great. We want to be a value add to everyone. Welcome and not to leave out the Revive and Thrive subscribers. We love you too. Thank you for coming and listening into these nuggets as well. Just so you know, all of the folks Revive and Thrive subscribers will also get an email following this with all of those juicy resources that we provided to the folks who specifically signed up for Radiance Reimagined Week, as well as those folks who just signed up for this week. You'll get your final email today with those free resources to go with all the topics we talked about thus far. So welcome everyone. We're broadcasting live from our personal Facebook pages, our business Facebook page, Fly High NYC, IG, we love you. We also broadcasting live from our personal IG as well as our business page, Fly High _NYC. I keep repeating myself because we want you to know in IG world, we love that you sign on, but we can't see your comments during the course of the session. We do look at them afterwards, but go ahead to Facebook if you want to interact live, or we also broadcast it live from YouTube. So you can go right to Fly High, NYC, and you'll hear us and see us live and direct, and you can message us directly. So that being said, let's go into introductions. Hi, I'm your co-host KG.
And I am Tamika Elaine. Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday, we made
it. That's how I feel.
Girl, we made it. Yes, it's been a week, definitely, but it is good. So we're closing the Radiance Reimagined Week with a fun subject. I mean, I think it's fun to me because I like taking pictures. So
yes.
So we are talking about today photo magic. So how to look fabulous in every picture. You can be your own little model. So whether you're taking a selfie or someone taking a picture of you, we have some tips that can help elevate that picture. And just to briefly go over the other topics we talked about this week, we talked about how to look youthful and beautiful no matter your age. So some great beauty hacks, as well as how to become from overwhelmed to empowered. So how to work your inside. So if anyone's interested in getting those replays, for the Facebook and the YouTube folks, the opt-in link to click for free and opt in to be able to get to our content is right in the description. So it's really easy for you. So go ahead and go there, click there. So you'll be able to have all the access to those contents of the replay, because there's a lot of good, juicy stuff there. So let's get right into it. To be good.
Yes. I'm like, have you ever noticed some people always look good in photos, KG? I mean, for me, I used to be, I guess, more welcoming to the camera, but I don't know, for some reason, I think I need help. So nowadays I need help. So let's share some tips in terms of the basics of posing.
Okay, well, guys, we're gonna have some visuals at first, and then we'll talk through some of the visuals, but we actually have some more tips for you afterwards. So let me just bring to the stage, and I actually started on the wrong slide. I apologize for that. So we figured, I have here, this could be used for selfies. particularly if you're using a tripod or some kind of stand. And this is really good for, the facial shots and things of that nature. I won't go into eat every one of them, but I really like the one in the middle center. And I really want to challenge people to try to get that pose together, because it really helps you to, I'm a smiler. I love to smile, but I used to smile every picture, and I just wanted to figure out a way to smize and smile with your eyes. So it's a lot of practice you can do, but you can get it, and it could look sexy and cool. So I think I've gotten better with that. What about you, Tamika? Like,
That's
can you
great.
smize?
They describe it as simple but strong.
Yeah.
Looking directly into the camera with the lips slightly parted. That's a tough shot, I would say. But I like where you're going, KG.
Yeah.
That one, I don't see as much of the smize in that one. I would say the one, maybe I see a little bit more the one to the left or even to the right of that picture. But
Okay.
I see where you're going.
Okay, yeah, I never was really good with my hands placement, so we'll talk about that because there's some tips for hand placement a little later. Other things, just some visuals. Now, I do this a lot. I put my hand when I'm showing my body as well as my face. I tend to use my hands on my hips.
I think that's our classic move.
Yeah, it is the classic moves, So, but I love this slide because she really invented some cool ways. So you don't have to necessarily have your hands placed on your hips, but you're still looking, confident, sexy. So these are just some examples of what you can do with those hands if you don't want them on the hips all the time. So here's some other options here. I think she really worked it very well. Something I also need help with, especially on the foot pivots, angling the foot a certain kind of way. You can see that on top. So there are 4 options on top I thought were really good. She is working it. I mean, she has the angle. She knows her body and know what to do with her slender figure. So she is awesome. The seated angles, this is something else I want to perfect, like, especially the hand on the head, and she really knows her body, and you can tell she's very comfortable. And you want to get to that point, whatever the look is, you want to be comfortable and confident, the 2 C's. So whatever you decide to use or don't use, make sure you have those 2 C's, comfortable and confident. And we just threw in some basic poses. I think everybody does the number 7, like, the hip. My feet goes in like number 12. So I
that's so funny. Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, so my feet go in like that. But here's some basic poses. And one of the things is that some of those resources all of those that we show will be part of the resources and more when you get your email for those Revive and Thrive and the people who specifically subscribe to this week. So you'll get all of that. But we do have additional tips. Should I go or you go? Go ahead, Tamika. Do you have any?
Sure. I mean, I think just in generally some tips that can apply to just taking photos and just being yourself, right? Just being comfortable in front of the camera, dress to feel good, choose an outfit that you're comfortable in and makes you feel good so you look good. Viewing the photo shoot as an experience, right? Choosing locations that reflect you. Trusting the photographer and just focusing on what you're doing versus how the pictures are coming out, because that's something that I kind of get caught up in. I tend to overthink. When you're doing things like headshots, I know we showed one where she was posing as mostly head and shoulders, right? Those can apply to, you could use them for multi-purpose, right? Or headshots can serve for like corporate, right? They can serve for like branding, like for our business, entertainment, modeling. And depending on, which one you're doing, you may want to dress appropriately. But overall, it's just trying to just relax in front of the camera, have fun, deep breathing, and just, just enjoy it. Be yourself.
Yeah, those are excellent tips, girl. It's just all about, a lot of the work is not just on the outside, it's the inside. Once you're comfortable in your own skin, it will resonate in the picture. I do have some tips for standing. Okay, so if you're being photographed and your whole body is being photographed and you're in flats, standing on your tippy toes really helps elongate your legs. So that's a great tip for us shorties. I'm 5'2", so I like to look, like a lot of people say my pictures, they thought I was a lot taller than what I am, because it's how I position my body. And that's one of the tricks I do. I always stand on my tippy toes and have my shoulders back. And that really does well within a picture, especially now. I thought I always had like a short torso with long legs, but I recently came to the realization that I have short legs. So I thought I had little long legs for all the short body,
Oh
but
gosh.
so I actually do have short legs. So yeah, so that humbled me greatly. Uh, Another tip that I actually use, if you do use a tripod when doing selfies, instead of setting it up to take pictures of you, set your camera up to take video. I'm telling you, game changer. Have the camera just take endless video, well, not endless, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and make sure you hold a pose for at least 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, and then move on to another pose. And then you can quickly like, oh, I like that pose. You can screenshot it and then wait for the next pose, and those are your pictures. So video over just fluttering of the camera. And I want to say the most flattering angle for a selfie, phone over your forehead, 45 degree angle, and you looking up, it looks really great. So also, like what Tamika Lane was saying, relax your body and face, just be comfortable. I also, if you feel anxious, I do recommend just get moving, maybe dance around so you can get all that anxious energy out, especially on a photo shoot, and hopefully your photographer is helping you to feel comfortable. At Fly High NYC, we have the best photographers that help you to get to that point too. So they help you to feel comfortable. So if you needed to do a little extra movement, that can help. Using real laughter to translate authenticity into your photos. So it's that, you may be like,
Right. Instead of that forced smile. Yeah.
like really like and start really laughing to loosen yourself up, and the camera can really catch that.
That's what I need to do. I need to loosen up because I'm just
loosen up. Our next photo shoot, girl, you want to be loose. I think you should try a candid pose. I love candid poses where the camera just happened to catch you like looking away. Like try those poses. I've done this, especially when I once was overweight. So turning your body slightly to the side can kind of give you a difference, like maybe slimming difference, instead of just directly in front of the camera. So those are some things you can do. Like I mentioned, check your posture. Make sure your shoulders are back. But there are some poses, like model poses, where they go in. But typically, have your shoulders back. For us folks who have problems with our hands, we don't know where to put our hands. Maybe use props as visuals, like maybe balloons or something else. I don't know, but just have something in your hand, and it can maybe also help you feel more comfortable. Bending your arms and legs and torso. And I think we saw that in some of the poses, especially with the woman with the big fro. I mean, she was a contortionist. Did I say that right? With her body. She was like, if she knew her body, you can tell she was comfortable.
She's a posing coach. That's why, girl.
Oh, yeah.
A model.
You could tell she's a model. But doing slight bends at the knees and your arms, just to give a nice, different flavor of your body. That is something you may want to do. Get comfortable with yourself. Get close and up and personal with the camera. And you can also practice in the mirror and just really see what angles work for you. What do you feel most pretty? Like, for instance, I don't really like being photographed on this side of my face, but on this
Mhm.
side I think is my better side. And now I think it's this side. But anyway, so you get the point. Just
Right. I think
looking
for
at
me,
your
I like
friends.
it straight on. If I'm taking a group picture, I don't really like the profiles. I like to be straight on now. I feel like I photograph better that way.
While I'll be on someone's left, like, oh, because I like that's my good side. You know, you're not gonna catch me on this side. Well, here's a trick. I don't know if it works because I don't have a gummy smile, but apparently, if you put your tongue behind your teeth when you smile, will help you to avoid a gummy smile and it make your teeth look nice and pearly.
I'm gonna try that one.
I don't know. Well, I have a gap, so I don't think that would work well. Thank God I don't need to do it. But let us know if that works for anyone. Find something to lean on. Like if you're in the studio, maybe just a little desk or whatever, I don't know, some prop. Lean on the prop, maybe can make you more relaxed and so you can take nice pictures. And yeah, and just making lighting your friend, which is, something we'll talk about in the next segment. Lighting could make or break, your pictures. So, yeah, those are my posing tips.
Awesome. I think those are great. And like I said, that was a good segue in terms of lighting. It's really important to keep the light source in front of your face. And as we're here streaming, right now today I have two lights going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to eliminate some shadows. So having one that's placed slightly above your head or to the side
Mhm.
helps to, illuminate you to help viewers see you more brightly. And don't forget about your background, because that helps. That's a source of the light reflects off of it, or you can have light coming from behind you to kind of round it out. I think
Yeah.
we have in terms of like the different colors of lighting, we have
Oh,
a
yes. Let me bring it to
color slide.
the stage. Okay,
Yeah,
girl.
so you see we can the range from left to right, warmer to cooler. More incandescent, the indoor warm lighting, the more orange. Then you have on the cooler side, that's the daylight kind of more blue kind of lighting. And just finding which one basically works for you. The computer already emits blue light. So if you're
Oh,
streaming, right, you want to make sure you're not doing such a hard contrast to it, right?
oh.
Yeah, so the simplest rule of thumb is to use lights that match your environment and let your camera balance the lighting properly. So
See, I'm learning. I mean,
yeah, yes, it's I mean, it's kind of you got to try and fail. Speaking of, I know you have you're going to show the different light settings and how they kind of change what you look like on
yeah.
camera.
Yeah, Tamika Lane. So, that what Tamika Lane just went over is like, woo, went over my head. The complicated, but I just got
It's
three.
not complicated. Warm to
That's true.
cool.
That's true. Because to that point, I only have three basic settings. So, my current setting is on what is supposed to emulate natural light. So, and I figured this one works better for me, even though I thought originally it was warm. But you can see this is natural. This is cold. I don't think this does anything for me. I don't think. I think people with melanin. I don't think this really resonate with a lot of people with melanin. The cold
Blue. Hmm.
blue light. And then it's the warm. Like I typically like this, but it is kind of making me look orangey a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably the contrast with the blue light. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is a no go, and I'm gonna go right back to the natural light. Yes, yes. So that.
Hmm.
But as far as some tips, I did uncover some tips, like in terms of lighting. If you're by yourself, or it could be selfie or whatever, you're outside. Here are some basic tips, or indoors. So an indoor tip, I think we all should know: natural light is like really like the natural sunlight. So if you want to take pictures in front of a window, like a big window with the sunlight coming in, that's a great thing. Let's say you're outside. Now we come into spring and summer, so we're gonna be frolicking outside, walking around, sun is beaming. So if you ever in a situation where you're walking down the sidewalk and you're in you go under a shade, but right in front of you is a whole bunch of sunlight on the sidewalk. Stop right there while still under the shade. Remember, the sun has to be, that sunlight is in front of you, and then you take a picture. I'm telling you, that light right there is going to make you look luminous, honey. So that is something, they call it the garage lighting effect. So you're standing under the shade and the sunlight is in front of you and on the sidewalk or whatever, or the street. So take a picture there, try it, and let me know if you do. And the last tip I have is, it's an indoor tip. And let's say a lot of people nowadays have a lot of lighting that comes from your ceiling. And of course, when the light comes directly down, it does not look good. But if you stand right under that light and then tilt your head up and then take a picture, you're gonna look bomb. So that is something you can utilize bad lighting and make it good, and it'll help you to look a lot better. So those are some tips I have from a lighting perspective.
Wow. So we got our posing down, we got the lighting down. Now, how do we choose what to wear for the camera? Let's talk about styling.
Ooh. So styling. Okay. Well, we do have a quick, oh, you can't even, I'm not even gonna pretend to see that. Let me just take that off the stage. There are do's and don'ts. I'm blind, people. So I'm sorry. I should have did a better job with that. But there's do's and don'ts. One of the key things that I'll say, and then I'll pass it to Tamika and Lane. The outfit should set the tone, should not set the tone of the photo shoot. Really, well, it should. You should pick something that flatters your body and it compliments you. It complements your personality or whatever story you're trying to tell. And really remember, you want to be highlighted and not necessarily your clothes. So you want to pick items that really, goes well with you. It may be anxious. You may be anxious enough being in front of the camera. Don't let what you wear add to that anxiousness. So just be comfortable. I would suggest coordinating your clothing, especially if you're doing group photos, right? So instead of matching, maybe coordinating different, like 3 colors and make it the picture just pop. So don't match, coordinate. Wear simple, barely there makeup. So a lot of that heavy makeup may not, I'm not going to say always, but it may not look good on in the actual finished photo. So wear makeup, but just kind of like more of a natural look may be a good choice for you. And in terms of kind of things you could put on, you really can't go wrong with photographing in, like, say, a little black dress, because that will show off your figure, as well as black is slimming. So, you want to be, if you are, want to look a little slimmer, black is a way to go. If you want to go a little edgy, maybe a structured, lightly oversized blazer. This could be style for like what like Tamika Lane was talking about, like in a corporate. You could have a suit shirt under there, or it can be sexy. In a way, if you choose to wear no bra or shirt under it, and you just have the blazer, and so it's not showing your breast, but it's just the like illusion of it, and you can just pose with it. So that can be an option. And just really whatever your favorite outfit is that make you feel comfortable and confident would be great options. And as well as, you may want to put on a flying dress. So, there's just something about a long, flowy dress that photographs so beautifully, and you will have so much fun wearing it as well. So, and that's something that we provide those kind of photo shoots. And so just saying. But Tamika, what kind of
I think you covered most of, I mean, you gave really good tips. The only thing I would say is it really depends on the type of shoot that you're doing again, right? Sometimes you want to focus on wearing more solid colors, right? If you're doing something that's more business or corporate, even like branding, you want to focus on your brand colors in your photos. Try not to wear things that are too distracting. Try not to over accessorize. Keep it clean and simple, like you say, natural. Just be comfortable. Definitely could be a less is more kind of situation. You don't need to overdo it. Just let your personality shine through in the photos. So
yes, girl. Oh, thank you, Manda. She gave us
I
compliments.
know she's loving your skin. I don't know if she was on here for the beauty hacks to hear how you get that glow.
Yeah, girl, you need to opt in and get those secrets, girl. We gave out lots of secrets. Thank you, lady.
Nah,
Thank
she's on our
you.
list, so she'll get it. Yeah, she'll
Okay.
get it after this one.
Yes, girl, but thank you. So, all right, Tamika Lane, any last thoughts? I know you gave your tip.
Yeah, we're good. I think we're ready to wrap up this episode.
You need that link. Okay, girl, she needs that link. Go ahead. But thank you all for joining. This is the end of Radiance Reimagined Week. Hopefully it was a value add to everyone out there. We wanted just to be able to give you some nuggets in order to enrich your life, make it a little bit more vivacious, making you feel good within as well as on the outside, looking, feeling good. So that was our means for having these extra episodes this week, as well as, since this is, the last showing, we also have a very special offer discount for those. We've been hinting about it all week. Fly High does provide an awesome offer where we provide you an experience where you feel like a star that you are. And you'll get an experience before and during the photo shoot, a flying dress photo shoot where you are catered to and you will feel and look fabulous. So for those who do, we do have a special a Zoom info session tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. And those who attend will be able to receive a special discount that can go towards the package. So this is our gift to you. We see, spring is coming. You may want to have a great photo shoot where it just showcases your beauty. Well, we are here to help assist with that. So look out for the Zoom links as well. And you will also get it in the emails for those who are subscribing. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at 12 for our normal Revive and Thrive session. But hope to see you all during the Zoom call at 3 p.m. tomorrow as well. I don't know. Did I miss something, Tamika Lane?
Girl, you got it.
Thank you, girl. Well, we love you guys. This was a lot this week, but we enjoyed it, especially seeing some feedback that it was a value add. So that's more than enough for us. Thank you. And we will see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Bye. Have a good rest of your Friday.